Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show. Ladies and gentlemen, don't touch that dial. Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, mama and papa, the whole bit. Gather around your TV set. This show is all about helping and being, to know what's going on, to be aware of what's out there. And my guests today we're from the Montgomery County Teen Parent Task Force. And we're talking about straight talk, and we're talking about teenage pregnancy, okay? So this is all something it's up to you now to tell me all about it and tell our parents. So pay attention, okay? There's no commercials here. It's a half hour straight talk, and it's going to be helpful, okay? And that's what this show's all about. So without further ado, I want to meet my guest today from over here. Tell us your name.
I'm Nancy Mortimer O'Brien. I live in White Marsh. I'm a member of the Montgomery County Teen Parent Task Force, and I am chairman of an event that we're talking about today called Straight Talk. It's just another dimension of the services we try and advice we offer for pregnant and parenting teens and their parents.
Okay. Okay, now.
I'm LaRue Emmel. I now live in Red Hill, but I was born and raised in Norristown many years ago. And I'm the secretary of the Montgomery County Teen Parent Task Force.
Okay, and you are a registered nurse?
I'm a nurse, right?
Okay.
Childbirth educator and a doula.
So when we talk about this, we're talking about somebody that has a medical background.
That's
okay?
right, that's correct.
So the straight talk, and you're talking about teenage, now tell us what this is all about here. What is this task force about?
Well, the task force is almost 20 years, well, actually almost 30 years old. It's a coalition of educators, health professionals, social workers, representatives of government, the health department, just any number.
The health department.
The health department.
Not connected,
right.
but sort of
they're
a
represented.
liaison.
Oh, yes, several of the, there's a lot of nurses from the health department.
Dr.
Domino,
He was
yes.
born and raised in Norristown, too.
That's right.
Okay, so it was started because they realized there was this teen pregnancy. Well, this was 30 years ago. It's still not going to go away. But fortunately, in Montgomery County, there are a lot of services and a lot of help for pregnant and parenting teens. So we do a number of things. This event we're having Wednesday.
When is this? Wednesday, what, the 15th
Wednesday,
of October?
October 15th. It's at the Human Services Building, which most people know as the old Sacred Heart Hospital. It starts at 6:30 with, signing up
And
for
what's that going to consist of? What are you going to do there? What are you going to talk about?
Okay, well, first we're going to show the Tommy Wilkins, who is the Director of Domestic Domestic Violence Training and Education at Laurel House, which is a home for,
right?
Yes,
Right.
a home for women, abused women. And she's going to show this compelling CD, which we've seen, called Splash, and I have to get the description of that. Special Project Learning About Safety and Health. It's a very compelling CD showing teenagers discussing the internet and their use, and one of them is interested in dating online. The other kids try and talk her out of it. The ZV, it's only 20 minutes long, but it ends with this teenager who wants to date somebody going missing.
Okay, this teenage, how long you been in existence? How long this task force, what's it?
Since 1979. Since 1979, it was formed then.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And it's continued till this day. So it's become very active, extremely active. We had a meeting yesterday, a networking meeting of 32 people.
32. Who are some of the people that belong here?
CADCOM's on there, Child Home and Community that I work for. We do childbirth classes for pregnant teenagers throughout Montgomery County.
There was a social worker from Pottsgrove.
Right.
A lot of teachers, school nurses. One of the representatives, well, several of them work for the Lincoln Center, which is in Bridgeport, and that's an educational center for at-risk children.
But when you talk about straight talk, what are you talking about? You're talking about somebody got a problem, they want help. Who do they see? Who do they call?
Well,
story?
Straight Talk is the title that we've used for the
Yes.
presentation. We hold them yearly, an annual presentation. This is about the 6th one we've done now. So we do, like one year we had Michael Bradley, who is a well-known psychologist, talk about raising teenagers and behavioral problems. Last year we had Dr. John Shankinkay, who again talked about the different issues with teenagers and how to deal with them. But this year we thought we would zero in on internet safety because we feel that it is a very important
go into
topic.
that a little bit more, because I know the district attorney's office has a special unit on
Well,
that
this is it,
internet
and a representative from the district attorney's
yeah,
office, from the
Reese
state district
Furman, the
attorney's
DA,
office.
right.
Well, no, this is from the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office.
Right.
Mary McCoy is going to be speaking, and she's
Okay,
part of the
all right,
unit
right.
for the child predator thing, which they started a few years ago. And in a discussion with her, she was saying that some children, as young as kindergarten, they might have one Facebook account that their parents see, and then they have one that the parents don't see.
Wow.
And then she also added that these sexual predators are extremely patient. They'll take 3 months, 6 months, 9 months to develop a friendship with these children, to lure them in. So it can result in violence to them or and other things. So this internet is
Right.
it's just bursting. It's
Dangerous.
just constantly.
Dangerous.
Well, it's
Very
very good.
Yeah.
But it's changing, and,
Right.
and we have to catch up with it. And I think the parents just aren't up to how much the children, because the children are very comfortable with it.
Yeah, I had a representative from the district attorney's office on my show, and he was talking about the internet,
Yeah.
And I know when I was county detective, that was just something new, was
Yeah.
just coming on,
Right.
And so I'm so happy that the district attorney's, Lisa Furman,
On
just
top of
jumped
it.
right
Yeah.
on it,
Yes,
and,
yeah.
Right.
And the local, advising the local police, because the police, are not the lawyers, but they're make the apprehension, make
Right.
the arrest. But it takes the
Well, I know
district
the
attorney
Plymouth-
and professional people to follow up and make sure, because, these guys are pretty sharp.
Yes, they
Well, I
are.
know the Plymouth police are very involved because of the mall.
Right.
They have a lot of people. That's where they'll arrange to meet. So they have a lot of involvement, and they're very, very good, very
Yeah. What's
informed.
that, at Plymouth, and also White Marshes.
Well, because of but I'm saying because of the mall.
Right.
They have to
Yeah,
deal with the
right.
mall, Plymouth
Okay.
Township. But yeah, they all have to be on top of it.
Right, right.
And as another dimension of this Straight Talk is that our programs are mainly geared to the pregnant and parenting teens, and then we also have networking for professionals. But we realized that we were missing a link to tell parents of children who are going into middle school and high school, these are the kind of things your kids are going to be confronted with. And we have tools to help you. And this is geared more for the parents of the youngsters to help them. Our other events are geared for the pregnant and parenting teens.
Okay.
But we just felt this was a niche that we were missing. So we decided 5 or 6 years ago to start having this, and we call it Straight Talk. So this one next Wednesday is at the Human Services Center, the Old Sacred Heart, at 6:30. It's free. The county is very kindly allowing us to park free in the garage,
Oh,
and we're going to
that
have
saves $1, right?
yeah, $5.
$5, okay.
And as I say, these two speakers are very compelling. Tommy
Right.
Wilkins from Laurel House, Mary McCoy from the state Attorney General's office,
Good.
and then we'll have resource information,
right.
and some refreshments,
Right.
and
A little pizza on the side, maybe?
cookies, cookies.
Okay. All right, now, you as a nurse,
Yes.
all right, you got an important job. Nurses are hard to find today.
Yes, they are.
From what I hear,
Right.
and dedicated, nurses
Right.
and doctors and policemen and firemen,
Right.
on the front line, so what are some of, you got involved in this here now. You're a retired nurse?
Yes, I'm a retired nurse
And-
and a childbirth educator, so
and-
that I work with teenagers all the time who are pregnant or parenting.
Now, what do you
And
mean you work with them? Now, tell me,
I teach them childbirth classes, and then I follow up with a parenting class, and they're held at the Human Services Center too. And they're on a series that runs about 12 weeks. And during that time, I teach them about pregnancy and then about labor and birth and then the care of the baby, the care of the newborn.
In other words, when the girl is pregnant, okay, and the mother wants some kind of help or so, don't the doctor, the physician help out, or was it just a support type thing?
No, well, this is a
Or is this-
support kind of thing, right? And plus,
Are we talking about pregnancy of somebody that's unwanted? I don't want to use the word unwanted, but something, an accident or something, or
Right.
well,
Usually
younger
it is.
people,
In
younger
other
people
words,
who
they're
weren't
trying to
planning on
hide
that. They
and-
weren't planning on that.
what's that?
They weren't necessarily
Right.
in their families planning on that at
They
at this
hadn't
time in
planned
their
it.
life.
There's nothing for a wedding or
No,
no
it
wedding,
just-
no husband, no wife, and that's what you're looking at. In other words,
Right.
you're helping people that can't get help and don't know where to look for help.
That's right.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I just want to make
and
sure.
And the
because I don't
dads
want to
come
think
too. The father of the baby comes to the classes too.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes. There are many dads that are involved in the care of the
And
baby.
what do? Do you recommend that they get married after they find out that?
No, we don't impose our views on them
That's
at
up
all.
to them, right?
That's up to them. That's right. Yes.
It's like the vice president's running for vice president. Her daughter, and now they said they're going to get married. But I know when I was growing up, we didn't talk about that. I thought the children came. My mom would say we got a stork. An Italian stork came from Italy and dropped it in Norristown. So, it's all new to me. I didn't know anything about this sex education and all that stuff. But today, you got to be right there, right up there.
Yes, you
right?
do. You do have to inform
Right.
the children today.
Right.
They're better informed today than they ever were.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sometimes too much education, we don't get them overeducated, right?
Right?
But
Well, there are so many choices, they need guidance. There are
Yes.
so many options out there,
Right.
for behavior and everything, so they need guidance from,
but they have to have a conscience, basically, am I doing right?
Right.
My parents tell me who you travel with, not tell you who you are. Watch yourself, who you're going with,
Right.
So it's a parent, educating the parents is very
That too,
important.
That too, you're right.
And the parents got to know.
And parents come with their child
Right,
very
right.
often to the classes.
Right. I remember when I was a police officer, parents used to come to me and say, "Look, I think my kid is fooling with drugs. I don't want to call the police." So it was a touchy thing that somebody wanted some help. And I as a policeman, I can turn around and say, "Well, bring him in. I'm going to arrest him." But if the only tool you have is a hammer, then you're going to treat everybody's nails. But you have to have agencies like this to help people
That's right.
that need help. And I think
right.
that's so important.
Back to the task force, we had this networking meeting yesterday. We had some people there from Philadelphia. They were amazed at how Montgomery County, the agencies in Montgomery County
Right.
work together so well.
Yeah, that was
Good.
Sit
I
down
want
at
to
the
hear that
table
together, because sometimes they're up 4
Right.
points off the Chinese Navy.
Yes,
No,
right.
One over here, one over there.
No,
we
there
got work
was
together.
Exactly.
I know years ago that was a problem with police departments. One was over here at the same Kennedy. When Kennedy got shot down there was agencies were fighting over here: the Secret Service, the local police, the Dallas police.
Right.
And next thing you know, boom.
Yeah.
See, so you
Well,
have
we're
to work
pretty much
together,
in
and that's what we're
sync.
doing now. Like the district attorney's
Yes.
office works with the police departments, and help each other.
Right.
There's no friction. One department is helping the other. The
That's
same
right.
thing here.
That's
with
right.
different agencies, the doctor, the task force, the health department, and all your social agencies that are working hand in hand. Now, tell me something about your background.
Well, my background, I'm a freelance writer. I was a journalist most of my life, and now
Journalist. What do you mean by journalist?
I wrote for newspapers, the Times Herald, was editor of various smaller papers in the area.
Oh, yeah?
Wrote for the Daily News a long time ago.
Long time ago.
But so now I'm retired and just in freelancing, and then doing a lot of volunteer work.
Good.
But and then I got into these issues, maternal infant health, through working for the March of Dimes. I was the director of communications a few years ago. But one of the things I wanted to get back to with the task force, beside this Straight Talk event, we have a teen parent conference in the first week in May every year, and that's at the Lower Providence Presbyterian Church.
Oh.
And that consists of, I think one of the most important
That's one
things
on
is,
the hill.
Right.
Presbyterian
Yes.
Church.
we
Right.
have workshops in nutrition. These are nutrition for your children, how to
That's in
discipline
May?
your children. That's in
May.
Well,
in
maybe
May.
next year, let me know ahead of
Yeah.
time, and we'll come and
Okay.
make it, we'll
But what
do
we
it
have
ahead of
the-
time.
Good.
How to handle money, how to get into college,
Right.
how to get your life together, maybe make some better choices. We
Right.
have, so the teens come, and they like the workshops,
Right.
then we feed them. We have breakfast when they arrive, and then they get lunch, and then there's a panel discussion, and they all get gifts, but mainly it's just an educational process all
Well,
the
where do
way
you get
through.
money to keep that thing going? Where do you get donations, or
We get donations. We don't need a lot of money, but we do get donations. We need
how
some.
about when the people come here, you want a little something to eat, you have to go out
We
and
get
buy that?
donations, yeah.
Get
we get
donations, okay.
That's when you get the pizza.
Well, I can help you on that, so
Yeah.
Okay.
give me a call, maybe
Yeah,
I got a
okay.
couple friends, you know.
Okay,
That's when you
good.
get the pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get
For
the
lunch.
pizza.
That's what we
Yeah,
serve for
yeah.
lunch.
Make a little
We've tried other
meatballs on
things,
the
but
side.
yeah, but they like pizza.
No, you
But-
want to keep them happy, keep the,
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
right.
And then they
That's
love the
feed them.
presents. You know, everybody gives them baby gifts. And it's just a nice, like some people say, oh, well, you're
Right.
spoiling them. You're
I'm
making
so
it look
glad
like
to
it's a
hear
good
that, you
thing.
know.
And we're not. They need support. They're scared
Right,
often.
right.
And and because there's a lot of services in Montgomery County.
Right, you're right.
There's a lot
I,
to-
you know, I had to go back. I started the police in 1951, you know, and there was no agencies, you know, help. A lot of times the kid, we'd arrest the father or somebody or the mother, and there was no place for the kids, and there was no place, you know, it was really a problem. We had people in Norristown that would take them in over the night or something like that. But today, you know, we have everything here. Everything. We got
Yes.
different agencies.
We
You know, and
do.
I had an opportunity to travel around this country when I was with the district attorney's office, also with Norristown Police. And we're so fortunate here in Montgomery County
Yes.
Yes, we
to
are.
have, you know, a good, the prisons, the juvenile detention centers, top.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go pick up a juvenile right outside of Dallas, Texas. They kept in the barn. They had a cell in the barn, you know. I couldn't believe it, a juvenile, you know. And
Well, one of the members of the task force, Meg Blattman, she's in the probation department.
Well,
Oh, yeah?
domestic.
Domestic relations.
Domestic
That's right,
relations.
domestic
In other
relations.
words, you got everything,
But we
you
have
know.
everybody,
Yes.
yeah. It's,
Right,
it's well
right.
represented, and we always have, there's something, somebody has a question, there's always somebody who knows exactly where to
your
send them.
motto should be an informed nation's a peaceful nation, you know.
That's right.
And
That's
a
right.
informed nation is a healthy nation, and keeping people healthy, you know. Now, little background on you now. You're a nurse.
Okay,
You
I'm
were
a
the
nurse,
nurse.
and I worked at Sacred Heart Hospital many
Oh,
years ago.
Sacred Heart. I was there when they
Right.
closed it. Oh, my God.
Yes.
What a sad day that was.
I taught the LPNs for many years, and taught them in
Was
maternity.
there a head nurse there by the name of Desimone?
Yes, there was
Right.
Helen Desimone
Yeah.
from Bridgeport. Right.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
I remember my brother. I got a call that my brother was being sent to the Montgomery Hospital, or Sacred Heart, and by the time I got there, he had passed away, and she was there
wow.
to comfort me. You know.
Yes.
Went into the
That
morgue and
nice,
all. That was a
Yes.
sad. You know, it's a lot of memories there. You know.
Yeah.
And I remember the ambulance. We had when I would do the ambulance or the emergency wagon. Sacred Heart had an ambulance, and Montgomery Hospital had
Right.
an ambulance. So we did put him in the police ambulance, you know. And I said, "What hospital you want to go to?" You know? So one time I took him to Montgomery Hospital, and so I took him to Sacred Heart, and I took the stretcher. We used to get the stretchers from Sacred Heart, and or from Montgomery. So I took the dirty, the used stretcher, and the doctor says, he says, "Where's the patient?" I says, "Well, he's over Sacred Heart." He says, "Well, you get your blankets over there," you know. So it was a little feud, like, you
Yeah.
know.
There's a little healthy competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, healthy
Yeah,
competition.
right. I
Yes,
always-
there was.
Good. All right.
Yes.
So what else now?
So, and from there, I went into public health. I was the first nurse hired at the Montgomery County Health Department in '91.
Yeah.
And I stayed there for 9 years and until I retired in 2000.
And so now what you're doing here is
And
like
now I'm-
volunteer work.
Yes.
Nobody gets paid here,
No,
right?
no.
Oh yeah, you get paid weekly, very weekly. I got to get that in. I have to get that line in there. But that's the same thing. I'm an ambassador in Northtown. I get paid weekly, very
Yeah.
weekly. But I enjoy, volunteer work. I think it makes you feel good when
Yes,
you're
it
helping
does.
someone.
I call it the intrinsic rewards, the rewards you
Yeah.
get just from
Yeah,
helping people.
it's something that,
Right.
something you feel like come Christmas time when you give a gift and it feels so good. You give it and you walk away
Right.
or something.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and great nieces and nephews, and they're all in good situations, and I'm so grateful. I'm happy to do something like this.
Yeah, all right.
And LaRue has lots of children and grandchildren. She didn't
Yeah.
tell you about
Right.
them.
Yes.
Get them involved, right?
Right, yeah, I have
All
5
right,
daughters.
so what else, this task force now, what else can,
Well, the
any
three-
examples where, that somebody would come in that needs some kind of help that turned out to be that,
Right,
needs some kind of help?
We're listed on the resource guide that we showed you, the maternal
That-
child health resource guide. We're
That big
listed
directory I
there.
just gave you.
The directory. And I receive calls, my phone number
Yeah,
is
I
on
want you
that.
to mention this, yeah.
Yes.
This is unbelievable. When
That
did this
is
come out?
excellent.
Well, it's been around for a number of years now.
Yeah? Well,
this is
you
the
know,
most
I
recent.
can't,
Updated
it's-
yearly.
everything is here.
Everything.
Well, we give it to police departments, libraries, schools, doctors' offices. It's just very,
You
very
know,
helpful.
it's just about everything. You want to know emergency, different assistant, dentists, drug and alcohol, children, special needs, you know.
It's the kind of things you'd
Great.
like to see in the phone book, but they aren't necessarily. Some of them are.
Shots for tots, you know.
Yes,
Everything.
right.
All sorts of services from infants, well, before the child was born to this even covers some elderly, though it's mainly geared for children and mothers and children, but they do have the Department of Aging is in there. So it's a resource to go for almost any needs you might have, social service needs,
Great.
health needs.
Yeah, something like this, it really tells you what we
Yes,
have here.
yes,
You know, realize
right.
But this
that's
comes
my
out-
tax money. I don't mind paying
Yeah.
taxes.
Well, this
you
is
know,
out
as
of the
long as
health
there's somebody
department.
working, doing some work.
This is
How
the
about
health-
over here? We got a display here. What
Yes.
do we have here?
Well, these are events we've had. These are pictures from the last teen conference, the luncheon. The kids are sitting there talking, and this is probably one of the Straight Talk programs where there was this. I think that one was at Penn State. They vary, but we just have programs to say for teens. Our focus is advocacy also. So we go out talking on programs like this. We go out and we work with elected officials, make them aware of what we're doing, and try and get their support.
What are some of your phone numbers? What if you want to get in touch with
Well,
the task force? You call the health department or whatever?
No, the chairperson of the task force is Maria Markakis. Her phone number is 610-277-3715. Her extension is 227. She does work for the Lincoln Center. And so that is her.
In Bridgeport?
Yes. They've
What is it, the
moved now
Lincoln
to
Center?
Audubon.
What kind of student is that? What is that? Is that the dropouts or a little bit not
It's
getting
a lot of
problem that-
counseling.
that should be sent away or something? It's in
No,
between.
because
like,
yesterday Maria was saying that they have
Like a
her
halfway
clients-
house?
No, her clients are as young as newborns, and she has one who's 84.
Right.
I guess because it's a grandmother of a student
Oh,
who's having a
okay.
problem, but she counsels the whole family, and not just she. It's a big agency,
Uh-huh.
so they provide all sorts of alternative sites. Where maybe the regular schools don't have the time or the room.
Oh,
This
okay.
Lincoln Center can dedicate itself and give more time.
Special needs
Yes.
or so, right, special needs. And I see here that the Montgomery County Commissioners.
The commissioners authorize that.
Matthew, Hoppel, and Castor, they're working together. When they're working together, no problem.
Right.
They're all my friends, I like a little battle in there, it's
But no,
good that.
this is a very good effort
I
that
don't want,
they-
what they say, if the three of them think alike,
Right.
and talk alike and act alike, two of them are unnecessary, but I don't think so. I always like, three is good. I like that. They're all my friends. I know them from years.
Yeah, but
you know.
they're supportive of this effort because they have to authorize paying for it, and
Right.
so they authorize issuing it every year to update it. And as I say, copies go all over the county.
Now-
And anybody can request these copies of this
Oh,
form.
yeah?
Call the
They're
health
free.
department. They're
Right,
free.
the health
Free to
department,
everyone.
right.
The health department.
Is there a
right.
number on there to call for it?
It's
Yeah.
278-5117, and just
Right.
ask for the operator and tell them you would like maternal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
infant
Call the
health
courthouse and
resource.
ask for the health department, whatever.
Yeah. But it's a
Now,
wonderful
I
resource.
want people to know that the people are asking for help, of the task force. There's no charge, is there?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No
All right,
charge.
tell me about that now. Now, somebody comes there and they need some help.
Well, Hank, there's not a place. We are just a coalition of people who meet on a monthly basis. So there isn't a place for the Montgomery County Task Force, Teen Parent Task Force. We just meet. but we are made up of all these different resource
Right,
people.
right.
So that when someone calls and asks for help, in fact, I use that and go down
Okay.
and refer them to the different places they would
Well,
need.
you know, the half hour flew.
Wow, it
okay?
did.
And,
It did.
you know, and I've learned a lot.
Good.
You know, and I'm sure that my viewers here, I know I get stopped in the supermarket or something. Oh, I like your show. I like your show. I want to hear from you, okay? And let me know what kind of show you want on, and I'll put it together. But I enjoyed this half hour, you know, being a parent,
did
you
too.
know.
So did
And
we.
so I just want to thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And thank you so much
Thank
for
And
you.
giving
you're
us
a
this
good friend of my
opportunity.
niece,
Your niece,
Joanne. You know Joanne?
Joanne. Oh, yes.
Yes.
I was wondering if there was a connection.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
right, right.
yes.
I told her you're going to be on my show. Oh, I'm a good friend of mine.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
She's a great person.
Right,
She's
right.
a great person.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for allowing us to come into your home, and I hope you got something out of this. You know, when in doubt, check it out, okay? Because we're here to help you, and this show's all about that. And 1 week it's helping you at the store, another week it's a doctor's office or the children or drugs or whatever you have. So we'll say this here: to your health, because
To
we're
your
talking
health.
about health.
Yeah.
Alla salud in Italian means to your health, right?
Sláinte in Irish. I have to get that in.
How do you say it?
Sláinte.
Right, whatever. Okay.
Your
That's
prost,
it.
Joe.
And here I got a nice little gift for you. It says here, thanks for being a guest on the Hank Cisco TV show, Comcast 28. And now we with Verizon 45, okay? So
Okay.
grazie.
Thank
grazie,
you very
grazie.
much.
Thank you
you
very
Okay,
much.
so
much.
until we meet again, keep bobbing and weaving, okay? Later. How's a look? Ready? And keep talking till there's